Hello everyone. This video, which is slightly longer than the ones we've been doing recently, is all about paying your children to work within your company or your self-employed business, whichever you have. Before I start, as always, can I try to remember now and ask you to like the video, hopefully give it a supportive comment, please, and hit that subscribe button. Okay, that will give you a chance to see any other videos we produce, and there's quite a few coming through. Okay, employing your children. Let's be practical about this. One of the things that's really good about being an entrepreneur is that we bring our children up to be entrepreneurs as well. We teach them. I see it all the time, social media, where the children are cleaning the office or stuffing envelopes or doing something. And that's great because it's part of the education process. And certainly I've done that with my kids. And stand them in good stead. But it is appropriate to pay them. And obviously, as far as a parent is concerned, it's also nice for you that you didn't have to give them the pocket money. They've earned their money in their pocket instead. But there are a lot of rules about this. I apologize. I am going to have to read some of these rules. There's so many of them. I'm going to recount some of them to you. As always, there is a bite-sized tax briefing for any of our clients that want to get into the detail. You can email us, and your accountant, whichever accountant it is in whichever other companies we have, will give you that information. So let's kick off. If your child is working for you, and they do have to be working, this is not a ruse or a fiddle or anything, they've got to be working, then it is appropriate you pay them. When can a child start to work? Well, from the age of 13, all right? But you've got to look at the council bylaws in the area you live. All right. So whilst I can talk to you about the tax rules, there are rules related to the council about when a child can work. Hence the reason I've got to read them. Okay. From the age of 13, a 13 or 14-year-old, for example, is allowed to work during term time, a maximum of 2 hours on a school day or on a Sunday. And a maximum of 5 hours on Saturdays, but they cannot work for more than 4 hours without taking a 1 hour break. So we can't flog them, we're not allowed to do that anymore. We can't sit up chimneys or anything, apparently. It's not allowed anymore. When you start to get to 15 and 16-year-olds, the hours increase, and they can work 8 hours on a Saturday, but again, make sure they get a break. Okay. Do check, all right? During school holidays, a young person, 13, 14, can work a maximum of 5 hours on weekdays and Saturdays and 2 hours on a Sunday, and a 15 to 16-year-old can work a maximum of 35 hours a week, okay? Maximum of 8 hours on weekdays and Saturdays and a maximum of 2 hours on a Sunday. That's national rules, but you must check with your local council. Now, let's look at the payroll implications of this. So an interesting one is that a person below the age of 16 cannot pay national insurance. It's just, they can't pay national insurance. And they're not entitled to national minimum wage. So whatever you pay them, you don't have to put it through the payroll. It can just be outside of the payroll, but recorded properly. I don't want to see cash drawn from the company and you've just written on a slip of paper. Transfer the money to a bank account or something for them. Just do it properly. All right. You know that the taxman's avaricious. He will make various assumptions when he sees paperwork. Try to make it as clear as possible that this was a payment for wages for the child. Try and get evidence of the fact that the child is working. As I've referred to the fact I've seen pictures on social media. These are good things, whether you put them on social media or not, but record it somehow, give evidence. The way that we have to deal with the tax office is being really practical about this. Go forward with confidence, but always watch your back just to make sure that they don't come and attack you afterwards. And if they attack you, then you've got some evidence to defend yourself with. Okay. Now, I'll say that they don't have to go through the payroll. That is unless they earn more than the annual tax-free pay, which is £12,570. Put this video in the 21-22 tax year, £12,570. That's a bit of pocket money if they can get that much off you. Obviously, after they get to 16, now they've got to be on the payroll, etc. And they've got to be run through the payroll properly. You've got national minimum wage rules apply and everything else. So do watch it. Now, when the child gets to be older, let's imagine the child's at university. And again, we've done this. You can run a contract, which is and we've all seen these in the news, as 0-hour contracts. Now, the 0-hour contract is not illegal. It is illegal to say, I'm going to guarantee you 0 hours, but you're not allowed to work for anyone else. That's illegal. But you can say, I'm not going to guarantee you any hours. When there's work, I'll give you work. Okay, and if you want it. You can also do an annual hours contract. So you might well arrange with, say, a university student who's now somewhere else in the country, that you're going to put them on an annual hours contract, that they will work a certain number of hours for you for the year, but obviously focusing that time on their breaks from university when they come home and they can do some work for you. They can even do some remote work, obviously, whilst they're at university. The beauty of the annual hours contract, of course, is that you can pay the wages on a monthly basis. Now, there is a contractual obligation there that the child must do the work, and etc. Make sure your paperwork's straight. Make sure there is a contract of employment. Make sure it's very clearly stated, whether it's an annual hours contract, 0 hours, whatever it is. Make sure there's a contract. Make sure your handbook's in place. Again, you can come and talk to us, come and talk to our wonderful payroll and HR team if you want. And we can get all this thing sorted out for you. But it's a great way of educating your children how to be an entrepreneur, put a little bit of cash in their pockets, and rather than mum and dad having to be the bank all the time. That's not a bad thing. So educate the kids and reward them for their effort. As always, there is a bite-sized tax briefing for any clients that want it. Please hopefully, positive comment, please, if you would, on the video, and hit that subscribe button. All right, nice to see you all. See you on the next video. Bye-bye now.